is, well, the NEUR means what? Of medical terminology. NEUR. We've seen that a lot already. Neuroglia, neuron.
These are like your nerves.
That's right. NEUR means nerve.
But neurologists, they deal with
That's right, your nervous system. There are different kinds of neurons. There are sensory, which are also called afferent. There are motor neurons, which are called efferent. And then there are associative or interneurons. And then for us to get a signal, there has to be membrane excitability. And we're going to talk about sensory. You can kind of tell. What do you think a sensory neuron does?
it carries messages and impulses through the spine.
What, Brittany?
It carries messages.
Yes, they all do. But what does, since there are different kinds, sensory, motor, and interneurons, what do you think they transmit or they tell? Sensory.
Some of the nerves are like electrical.
Yes, impulses.
Yeah, impulses.
But what do you think a sensory neuron? What do you think?
Like touch something.
Well, it's your senses. So you're on the right track, Brittany. How with muscles we talked about the antagonist. Well, in neurons it's sensory, and the opposite of that one it would be motor. If you're going to move, that's a motor neuron. If you're going to sense something, that would be sensory or afferent. We're going to also talk about with afferent and efferent. A means it's in, for example, you touch something with your hand. An afferent neuron sends that impulse to the brain, away from what it's touching. Efferent means it's from the brain to the hand. That is a test question. An afferent, where does it go? What's it do? Away from what touched it or what sensed it. Okay? Does that make sense? Ooh, that's really cold. Ooh, that's soft. Okay?
So what was it?
So A is away from the sense, where you sensed it, away, it goes to the brain. And efferent, or motor, which makes sense, goes from the brain to the motor, to the hand that has the muscles to move, or your foot to get you to walk.
Okay, from the brain to the body part.
Yes. From the brain to the motor. And that's a way to remember it. Okay, what's your motor? What's going to get it moving off the car? Okay?
So
A away from the brain. I'm sorry. A away, and that's to the brain.
Okay.
Away from the sense. Like, it's cold. You good? Alright. And then there are associative or interneurons. Do you guys remember what that means? Inter
means throughout different areas, like intras within the state, and inter is two different states.
That's a really good guess, and it's close. Inter, like intercontinental railway. It means between, across. It spans across. So you're on the right track there, Emma. Intra, or like internet, goes across. Alright, so moving on. Membrane excitability. This is a nerve or a neuron has the potential to get excited or can get conducted. Does that make sense? Excitability, it's got some potential to do something. Is that clear, Taylor?
It like determines how much you can respond.
Well, just it's able to respond. Okay. All right. So I think this is a yes. We're going to stop after one more slide. All right. So a synapse is when the message goes from one cell. What's one cell called?
A neuron.
A neuron. Very good. Oops. So, the next slide is going to show you how quickly a synapse happens. A message gets sent and it gets picked up and moved along. A synaptic cleft is the space between where one neuron ends and the next one starts. Synaptic cleft. So what is it? Taylor, what's a synaptic cleft? A neuron, that's right, between neurons.
Space between the neurons.
Uh-huh. The space between two neurons where one ends and the next one starts. Neurotransmitters some are located in the synaptic cleft. And I want to show you this. A neuron looks kind of like this.
Like a piece of rock.
Of course, in the book you'll see a better depiction. This is kind of round. Okay, it's kind of round in here, and that's where the nucleus is. These are dendrites. That's the nucleus. This is the axon, and don't forget, there's only one axon per neuron. And there are a bunch of dendrites. There is a space. This is the synaptic cleft. And there are some neurons in here. sorry. Alright, so nucleus, dendrites, axon, neurotransmitters between one neuron and another, and that's called the synaptic cleft. Neurotransmitters in here. Here's another neuron. Notice how one axon goes to the next dendrite of the next neuron. Okay? And then one more thing. There, the myelin sheath, or what's the other name it can go by? Neurolemma. And that goes around here. It's kind of like a coil. But that speeds up. Speeds up the impulse. That having myelin sheath or the neurolemma covering the axon, the impulse can jump. It gets it, it's got another axon and then dendrites. And so this neuron has gotten, and notice the direction. It's gotten the impulse from the dendrites. It follows this. It has to go this direction. Goes from the dendrites. It gets stimulated, the impulse. It travels down the axon. It goes across the synaptic cleft into another dendrite. From there it goes the nucleus, and then when there's myelin sheath, it can jump. And that makes it faster. I don't know, I can't draw it on here, or I would, but to show you, jump, jump, jump. And that way it's faster, and then it can go across the synaptic cleft again into another neuron's dendrites. Okay? You guys see that? Does that make sense? I have said, or I think your hand, Ashley, will you come up here, please? Your hand, your fingers are your dendrites, your palm is the nucleus, and will you put your hands kind of like that, or just one? I don't know. Let's just do one. Alright, so dendrites. The nucleus is in here, and this is the axon. It goes to, get your fingers out. Thank you. Goes to another one. Here is the synaptic cleft. It jumps it, goes into my dendrites, axon, just like that. Thank you very much. Okay? So, I want to show you go to the computer lab.